This is an interesting question. I like quant-based CR questions. I know a lot of people don't. Okay, so a company's two divisions performed with remarkable consistency over the past 3 years. A company's two divisions performed with consistency over the past 3 years. Okay, in each of those years, the pharmaceutical division has accounted for roughly 20% of dollar sales and 40% of profits. So there is a division pharmaceutical. It's accounting for 20% of sales and 40% profits. Now, when I look at these two figures, actually uh, something clicks. Okay, let me explain what clicks and how it clicks. So it's accounting for 20% sales and 40% profits. Okay, so there is a mismatch here, right? It's accounting for 20% sales, 40% profits. Um, Actually, if you think about it, it actually deserved to account for only 20% of profits, right? Because it accounted for just 20% of the sales, so it should account for 20% of the profits. No, if the profitability of this pharmaceutical division is the same as the profitability of the entire company. Okay, now you may think about these things. If the profitability, basically profitability means profit generated per sale. Okay, profit per sale, that is profitability is, right? For example, if we say Apple is generating $1 billion in sales and $350 million in profit, so its profitability is 35%. Whereas for other companies, it's less. Or we say profit margins. So if the profit margin of the profitability, okay, I'm not getting into the technical things because there may be different ways to calculate profit margins and all that. But overall, you get the sense that, right, if it accounts for 20% of the sales, then actually it should account for 20% of the profits if it is performing at the same level as the whole company, or its profitability is the same. But actually it's accounting for 40% of the profits with just 20% of the sales. Think about it. How can that happen? It can happen only if for every sale that it is making, it's making a lot more profit than if you consider the company as a whole. For example, if it makes a sale of $100, it would generate a profit of, let's say, something, let's say 10. But for the company as a whole, the company may generate a profit of just 5, right? Because for every sale, it's generating a lot more profit. Actually, 20% sales, 40% profit. The profitability of this division, pharmaceutical division, is actually twice the profitability of the company as a whole. Okay, so try to think over over these things. Okay, so this would click me right away that, oh, the profitability of this is pretty high. And it says a chemical division for the balance. So chemical division is accounting for 80% sales and 60% profits. 40% is accounted by pharmaceutical division. So if you compare it, actually, if it is accounting for 80% sales, then it should have ideally accounted for 80% profits, right? If the profitability of this division was the same as the profitability of the company. But right now it's accounting for just 60% of the profits, right? So it means the profitability of this chemical division is actually less than the profitability of the company as a whole, right? And the profitability of the pharmaceutical division is much higher than the profitability of the company as a whole. Okay, these thoughts would come to my mind, and these thoughts would start coming to your mind if you just understand these basics. Okay, you have to spend some time thinking through these things, probably taking numbers also. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments to this video. Okay, so this is what I'll understand from this. Now, regarding the past 3 years, which of the following can be properly inferred from the statement above? Okay, total dollar sales for each of the divisions have remained roughly constant. I don't know, the dollar sales, we are not talking about dollar sales at all. The dollar sales could have differed significantly. Okay, if if the dollar sales of the company changes, the dollar sales for each of the two divisions would also change. Okay, it could be that uh, the dollar sales of pharmaceutical division was 200 to begin with, then it became 2000, right? Then it became 20,000, right? I'm just taking numbers that are convenient, that are aligned with 20%, because then I can easily take numbers for chemical divisions, right? So these numbers are entirely possible. Pharmaceutical and chemical divisions are accounting for these percent of sales. So total dollar sales have remained roughly constant. This is absolutely wrong. We have zero information about it. Pharmaceutical division has faced stiffer competition in its market than has the chemical division. This is actually in the opposite direction. Pharmaceutical division actually uh, should face less competition because it has a higher profitability, right? As we discussed, pharmaceutical division has higher profitability, chemical division has lower profitability. Now it's saying pharmaceutical division has faced stiffer, more competition in its markets. No, that is wrong. If it were the opposite, that chemical division has faced stiffer competition, then at least it would be aligned, right, with what is given to us. That yeah, the profitability is less, so it makes sense. Stiffer competition, profitability is more, it makes sense. Less stiffer competition. But can we infer that? Not necessarily. Okay, we can't still infer that the chemical division has faced stiffer competition, because lower profitability may not just be the result of competition, could also be the result of regulations, right? For example, regulations don't allow you to make a lot of profits, or there could be other reasons also. So we can't still infer this. The chemical division has realized lower profits per dollars of sales than has the pharmaceutical division. That's right. As we have discussed, the profitability of chemical division is less than the company as a whole, and the profitability of the pharmaceutical division is greater than the company as a whole. So the chemical division is realized lower profits per dollars of sales, which is absolutely right. The product mix offered by each of the company's division has remained unchanged. So it means that pharmaceutical division is, let's say, offering three products, chemical division is offering, let's say, five. Now that product mix of individual divisions has remained the same. No, absolutely zero information. It could have changed significantly over years, right? Still, the percentage of sales and the profits may remain same. Right? The product mix we can't say at all. Option E, highly profitable products accounted for a higher percentage of the chemicals division sales than of the pharmaceutical division sales. It is actually in the opposite direction, right? Because chemical division is less profitable, right? So how can highly profitable products account for a higher percentage? This is actually in the opposite direction. If it were the opposite, highly profitable products accounted for a higher percentage of the pharmaceutical division, then that would be more or less right. I can create counters to that, but I don't expect uh, official questions to really get into those nuances that I will have to get into to reject such a statement. So, so this is right now. Option E is in the opposite direction. Okay, so that is wrong. So option C is the answer.